Yeah.
Today we are going to see objects and how we can create objects and fields in Salesforce. Okay, so this is my developer org. So as you know that we have two types of objects, standard and custom, right? So standard means the objects which are provided by Salesforce itself, and custom is which we can create, as per the business requirement. So let's consider that we want to create the position object in our developer org, and why this position object to track the positions in all stages of the process. Okay, so we just want to view all position records in the system. Those are open or closed or cancelled. Okay, so let's try to create a new custom object called position. So for that, what I will do, I am already on the setup page, but if you want to go to the setup page, we have a setup key here. Okay, click on the setup, and then you will be on the setup page. Okay, now you want to create the custom objects. For that, we have this button called Object Manager, where we can search every object in our Salesforce org. Okay, so as of now, you can see that we have already a list of objects which includes custom as well as standard objects. And now from this button create, we are going to create a new custom object. Okay, click on custom object. Okay, now here you will have to enter the information about that object. So first thing is label. What will be the label of that object? Okay. So for position, okay, API name, it will automatically take. I'm going to put one here because the position object is already present in this particular part. So if I'm trying to save this position, if I do not add anything after that, then I will receive the error, because the API name should be always unique in the system, right? That's the reason. Okay, so label we have entered as position, and plural label is positions. Here Salesforce has also given the example as well. If let's say we are creating the account record, so the plural label will be accounts. Okay, and let me go to the okay, as you can see here on the tab, all the objects has plural label, like opportunities, leads, tasks, accounts, contacts. Okay, so that's the reason we have to give here a plural label. Description you can enter. Let me enter the description. Okay. This object stores information about the open position at a company. Okay. Now here we are not doing any changes. Let's go next. The record name, label, and format. Here, this particular field will get by default created by Salesforce. So remember that whenever we create the custom object in Salesforce, the name field will be always mandatory field, and it will automatically create it when we create the custom object. So here we have to give the information as well. So what will be the name of that particular name field? Sorry, what will be the data type. Okay, let's say here I'm giving the position record name as position name, let's say position title, and the data type will be text, so that the user will be able to enter some values in that particular name field. Okay, now here we have some optional features. So at the time of object creation, we can define it. Okay. Otherwise, if you do not want to define it right now, that's okay. You can later on come and you can check these features accordingly. So sometimes what happens is when we create a custom object, let's say consider that we do not want to create reports, okay, or activities, or we do not want to track the field history tracking. So consider that we did not check this checkbox, and we just simply created the custom object. Now later on, let's say after 6 months or 8 months, okay, now there is a new requirement that they want to create a report on this particular object to see how many open positions they have, how many closed positions, how many cancelled positions. Okay, so they will be able to find that they cannot either user or system administrator cannot create a report on this particular object. Okay, you won't be able to create it. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to come back to the object settings here, and then you'll have to select the allow reports. And once you do that, you will be able to create a report on this particular object. Okay, so as of now, I'm going to enable everything. This is the default setting. We are not going to make any changes over here. And the deployment status. Okay, so as of now, I'm going to select it as a deploy. So here we have two status, in deployment and deploy. Let's say you are the admin and you want to create a custom object, but you do not want your users to view that in your organization or have access to that particular custom object until you complete all the basic requirement for the custom object. Okay, so in that scenario, what you can do is you can select the development status as in development. Okay, and create the custom object, and then create like fields, page layouts, validation rules, other like information, other features for this particular custom object. And once this object is ready for the user, and now you want to give access to your users to view this particular custom object, okay, you'll have to come here and select the status as deployed. Otherwise, what will happen? Even if the user has access to the particular custom object, user won't be able to see or perform any actions on this particular custom object because this development status is in development. Okay, so always remember that once you're done with your changes and everything, make sure that the status will be changed to deploy. Okay, I normally doesn't change it to in development, because any which ways, if I'm not giving the access through profile, okay, to the user won't be able to view. We are going to see what is profile and how to give the access in the later sessions. But as of now, you just have to like focus on this, that even if we do not select the in development status, and if we have selected deployed status, okay, it won't be have any impact on the user. Okay, now For search results, I'm going to allow for search, otherwise I'm not able to search the records of this particular custom objects. So let's say in Salesforce we have like search ability, we have this search box, right? On this particular account, let's say I want to search for this particular account name. Now, if that particular allow search is not enabled in the custom object, I won't be able to search for any particular record in here. Okay, that's the reason I am selecting this. And these are the last settings which are only available for custom object creation. Okay, once the object is created, we won't be able to see this. So first is add nodes and attachment related list to the default page layout. Let's go to the school. Here in the related list, we have a related list called nodes and attachment, which is used to upload the files, okay, or any attachment for that particular record. So let's consider that we have contact as an employee who works in this particular organization. Now, for verification, we might need some documentation, right? So we can upload that document over here using this upload file buttons. Okay. So when we create a custom object, okay, this particular setting is only available, when we are creating it. I mean, it is in creation process. Okay, if you click on save and later on you want to add it, you won't be able to do it. Okay, you won't be able to find that. Okay, it will not exist in the object settings. So Salesforce has given us the alternative related list, which is files as well, which has the similar functionalities. And we have also heard that Salesforce is going to retire this particular feature and we will only have files option. Okay, but as of now, I'm going to select it. Okay. Now, the second is launch new custom tab. Okay, after saving this custom object, meaning that once I save this particular custom object, I will be redirected to the page where I will be able to create the tab for that particular custom object. Tab means this account tab, leads tab, opportunities tab, right? If we do not have tab, okay, we won't be able to go into the particular object and search for the records. So this particular setting is available even after I save the record. I mean, not in the object setting. This has a different setting. So I'm going to show it to you. So now let's say I do not want to check this particular checkbox. Okay, so I am just going to click on save. Okay. As you can see, our custom object is created. Here we have the API name as well, position, and as you can see, the position API name, which is unique. Whenever we create something custom here, okay, it will always end with __c. In this way, we will be able to see that this is a custom object, or we have custom fields as well, right? So as of now, these are four fields which are standard by default created by Salesforce, But let's say if we add any custom field over here, that custom field will also end with underscore underscore C. Okay, so this is a custom object which we have just created, but we won't be able to see that over here. Okay, so what I want is I want to create the tab as well for this particular custom object. So what you're gonna do, go to the setup, enter here as tab. Okay, we have this particular option called tabs. Okay, so this is the custom object list, which I have in my developer on. So we are going to create a new tab for our current custom object. Okay, this is a old position custom object which I had created for the last batch. So let's create the new tab. Okay, I just click on new button here. I'll have to select the custom object composition. Okay, tab style is required, even though we do not use this in Lightning. Okay, that's it. You can enter the description if you want. Click on next. Now we'll have to set the tab visibility. Okay, so as you can see, these are the list of all the profiles in my organization. Okay, and if I select this particular setting, then meaning that all the users will have tab setting as default on. Default on means you will be able to view that particular tab. Okay, even if I set it as default off, okay, that's also the setting where the user will be able to see the tab. The difference between a default on and default off is we won't be able to view that particular tab over here. We'll have to search it. Okay, until and unless we add that particular tab over here. Okay, and then last is hidden. So if I select hidden, then no user, no profile will have access to that particular tab. So what I want, default on. Let's go to the previous tab. Okay. Next. Okay. And click on save. Now, as you can see, the tab is created. This is the tab which we have just created as of now. But just to make sure that these are same tab, right? So we will be able to see the difference. So let me just go here and make some changes in the plural tab settings, edit. To see if this works or not. Okay, so here our plural label says positions. Okay, and we have double S over here. Let's refresh the page. Just to differentiate between the old one and new one, I made the changes. Okay, great. So as you can see, now our tab is also created successfully. Okay, now let's go here and on and search for that particular tab. Positions. So as you can see, this is the position object and tab which we have created just now. Let me click on this. as of now, we do not have any positions yet in the system. Okay, but we can always create a new record using this new button. Okay, let's try to create a new position. So I clicked on new button, and as you can see, I only have two fields: position title, which is mandatory, and the owner field, which is by default showing my name. Okay, we do not have any other fields in the system, right? And then we also have additionally two fields, which is created by and last modified by. So these two will be shown on the detail page. Let's create that Salesforce admin. Okay, and save this. Okay, as you can see, I have successfully created this particular position, and we have created by last modified by as well. Okay, it's showing the exact date and time. Any questions in that, in creating objects and that? Any questions, guys?
No.
No. No.
Okay. Let's move to the next topic, which is field creation in Salesforce. Okay, so now we have created this custom object, and I want to create some fields, okay, on this particular custom object. So what is fields? Okay, fields is like a custom database column. Okay, object field, stores the data for our record. So Salesforce by default provide few fields with Salesforce standard object. Those are called standard fields, and then we can always create custom fields. So as you can see, we cannot delete standard Salesforce fields. Okay, we do not have any option to delete this field. Even if we want to, we cannot delete it because these are standard fields. Okay, we can always rename the field, but we cannot delete it. And then custom fields. Okay, we can create custom fields as many as we want. So basically, we have some limit for the enterprise edition, unlimited edition, professional edition. Okay, so it's like the number of fields, how many number of fields you can create. So I believe for the enterprise edition and unlimited edition, enterprise edition, I believe we can create 500 fields, and for unlimited we can create 800 fields. I do not remember for the professional and the other editions. We'll have to check and we'll get back to you. Okay, so let's try to create the field in the system. So let's try from the scratch. Okay, so I want to create a field on position object. So I will go to the object manager, search for that particular position. Okay, this is our object. Click on fields and relationship and click on new. Okay, now here while creating a field, you will see that we have data type, okay, to select. So here we have different types of data type. For example, text, then we have URL, we have phone number, its number, email, we have date time, checkbox, currency, okay. So these are all the data types, different types of the fields, which we can create in the system, and you can always see what that particular data type means here in the description box. Okay, let's check for text. Okay, text says that allow users to enter any combination of letters and numbers. Okay, phone number, it says allows user to enter any phone number. Okay, automatically format it as a phone number. Then we have number field, this one. Okay, it allows user to enter any number, leading zeros are removed. Okay, then we have different types of data type. So we first field which we are going to create is pick list type of data field. So pick list means it allows user to select a value from list you define, meaning that we will have multiple options. Okay, and from that particular option we are going to select one single value. So let's take the example of a field. Um, yeah, as you can see here, type prospect. Okay, so if I click on the edit pencil, as you can see, I have multiple options here, and from which I can select one option at a time. Okay, so it calls a pick list field in Salesforce. Okay, so this type of field we are going to create it in the system. Okay, so our first field is pick list type of field. Select pick list, click on next. Okay, here you will have to enter the field label, which is status. Okay, and I will enter the value one by one over here. So let me show you how you can enter the value. Okay, like this. So let's say new position is the first value, pending approval is the second value. Okay, so you cannot create or add like this. Okay, your options like this. Okay, because once you do this, you will be able to see that in a single line. So we can always enter and enter your value in next line, so that we will be able to see the correct format on the UI. Okay, that's the reason we always write or enter your values in this way. Okay, field name it has already taken. Okay, you can enter description, and we also have help text, meaning that if you, let's say, user do not know anything about this particular field, or let's consider that you have added this field is as a new field. Okay, so as of now this field was not on the page layout, but as soon as you will add it on the page layout, user will get confused that what this field, what is the use of that field, why this field was like added over here. So what you can do is you can give a little help text to your users so that users will be able to understand. So help text will show as like this. Okay, let's say we have a field, we have a blank value, blank box over there to enter the field name, and there we will have this small I, and if we hover on that particular I, we will be able to see the help text, okay, like this, which we are seeing on the screen right now. So you can give the help text as well, okay, and you can make it required if you want, but this is the optional. And one more thing which you can see over here in this particular option, auto add to a custom report type. So meaning that what happened, I enabled the reports, right, for this particular position object, and that is the reason whenever we are going to create a new field in the system, that field will get automatically added in the report type, which is used to create a report in the system. So that is also something which we can see in the later sessions. So as of now, just remember that when you enable any custom object for reporting, okay, the field will automatically get added for that particular report type. Okay, now I have entered all the information here. Click on next. Okay, here we can set the visibility for the users. Okay, we have two option. One is read only and second is visible. The read only means user will be only be able to view that particular field and the value but not be able to edit it. Okay, and if we set it as visible, meaning that user will have read access as well as write access. Okay, so by default this is set as visible, so I'm not going to make any changes over here and click on next. Okay, now in this screen it will ask me to add that particular field on the page layout. Okay, so I'm going to add and create a new field. So for that I will select this option, save and new. So once I click on save, it will automatically save that particular field and it will open the new field creation tab. Okay. Okay, and from here I can create new one. But let's go first here in the position object and check whether that field was added here or not. Okay, as you can see, we have the status field on the position object, which is a picklist type of field. Okay, and I can select a value for this particular field. Okay, so we are going to give you the assignment for object creations and field creation. So you will have to create two objects, okay, and fields accordingly. For example, I'm going to show you 2-3 more fields how you can create. Okay. First is picklist type. Okay. Next is, let's say, checkbox type. Okay. So I will select a checkbox here. Checkbox means it allows user to select true or false value. Okay. So I will have a checkbox. Okay. If I check that checkbox means the value is true, otherwise the value is false. So let's create a checkbox type of field. So the default value will be unchecked. Okay. But when you go to the record, you will be able to see that the checkbox is not checked, so that you will be able to set the value later on each and every record. Okay, I'm not going to put any description and help text over here. And the rest options are same. The first option is for the visibility, and the second option is for to add that particular field on the layout. Okay, I believe you will be able to create the other fields, because on the document we will, giving you the data type as well, which type of data you can create in the system. So you will be able to create it. If you have any difficulties, okay, while creating, you can always reach out to us. Okay, let's go to the position. Always does that in Lightning. We have this Java field, right? But it is not showing. It will take some time. In the meantime, we can check the same and the Salesforce Classic. You can see, right? This particular Java field has added on the page layout. So sometimes it actually takes time in the Lightning to show the changes. So yeah, we'll have to wait. Okay, any questions on that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, no problem then. I believe you will be able to create the custom object and fields in your developer app. So today we are going to share that assignment with you guys. Let's try one thing. I was going to create the application as well, but I think that it will be like it's like a bombarding on you to create object fields as well as the application. So first what you can do is create the custom objects and fields, and the later class we will be seeing how to create the applications as well in the system, and we'll give you the application assignment in the next session. If you have any questions, you can ask us now. Okay, I will consider it as no problem. So yeah, let's stop here for the objects and fields, and try to complete the assignment. Okay, and let us know if you have any questions.
Yeah, I have a question. Yeah, where can I get the assignment? I have registered in Trailhead. Is it possible for me to use another
Same on.
username?
Okay. So yes, you can do that, because Derek, I believe you have created the developer org, right? And that developer org is linked with your Trailhead as well. So even if you are just logging in your system with your username and password, yes, you will be able to do that. And let me know if I have not given the answer.
When you're logging into the Trailhead, login with the Salesforce credentials, then it will be linked.
Yes. For doing assignment, like you can create a new org, so that will be better.
What assignment again?
Derek, your voice is breaking.
Yeah, I'm asking what was the assignment?
Yeah, so assignment I will be sending like in a few minutes. So on the email, you will be getting on the email.
Okay.
Yep. And all the steps are also given. So because this is the first time we are giving, so all the steps are given. So you can just follow the document and you can just create the application, the objects, the fields and everything. Yeah. But from the next time onwards, we are not giving the steps and all.
Okay then.
Okay, guys, take care.
Thank you. Okay. Have a good night.
Mm.
Have a good night. Bye.
Thank you.